Oh, why are people still doing this?
Oh!
All of those years of growth just gone. That feeling though. Today I'm reacting to people cutting off their dreadlocks. Maybe this is a sign that you should cut your dreadlocks off. I'm just kidding. Don't cut off your dreadlocks, all right? Comment down below if you ever even had the thought of cutting off your locks. All right, let's get into this first one. This first video is from Rockstar Just. Yo, but look how nice his locks actually looked. They're really long. Bro, tell me he doesn't look like Quavo. All right, here goes the first one. What he's doing is he's folding the lock in half. And this is extremely smart, by the way. He's folding the lock in half, and then he's gonna cut it halfway, and then he's reinstalling them on the side of his head. I'm seeing this more and more lately. It's become more popular, and it's just really cool to see people doing this, going from a high top fade to locks and going to a full set. Like, a lot of people are going from a high top fade to a full set, and this is the way to do it. But you're just cutting it right there, that first one. This is everybody's reaction when they cut their locks for the very first time. It's like, bro, he's been growing out his hair for, I don't even know how long, but he said since 7th grade. And that's just a really long time to finally get rid of your locks. Like, that's the feeling, that's the look that everyone has, is that face of, wow, what did I just do? Yo, look, he's still like bewildered. That's the word, bewildered. And then now he's getting into like, okay, let me convince myself that this is okay. Like, this is what everyone goes through when they cut or trim their hair. They go through that step of like, let me convince myself, even though they don't know that they're convincing themselves. Bro, and he breaks the scissors. I mean, first and foremost, like, if you're gonna be cutting your locks, use shears. Don't use just like some paper scissors or like some random scissors. Use some shears, because the shears are going to cut the hair properly. But this is a huge difference from how long his hair actually is. Like, look how much length he has on his locks. But it's going to look cool now that he's going to have a full set of locks. But like, that's a pretty solid length. The good thing about a high top set of locks is it doesn't make your locks look very puffy when they're extremely long. Like, if he had a full head of locks, his locks would go down to like his waist. That's how long his hair would be. And it's like perfect time for him to cut his hair and then reinstall it, which is still gonna have a decent length, but that's still like, man, he could have just started with a full head of locks. If you wanna get dreadlocks, I would highly suggest starting with the full head versus doing a high top fade of locks and then trying to go back to a full set later, just because it's easier to transition full set of locks to a high top fade, because all you have to do is cut off the sides if you wanna go that route, versus trying to go from a high top set to a full set. And look at that difference though. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a huge difference, guys. That's a huge difference. That's like the same length that I have right now. I'm not gonna lie, it makes the blonde and black look really good. And I'm just that person that doesn't like bleaching and dyeing dreadlocks just because of how damaging it can be, considering you do have locks. But it actually looks pretty solid, bro. And look at that difference. That's crazy. Like, that's a huge difference. It's gonna look, I feel like, a lot better with the full set. Although this looks cool, but I feel like high top locks are just they look just thinner. There's not as many, obviously, because it's only on the top of the head. But I ain't gonna lie, it looks really good, guys. What do you think? Comment down below what you think. Do you like his hair longer or shorter? I think it looks pretty clean long, to be honest. But it's nice to know that when you grow your hair really long and you have a high top fade locks, that you can go back and cut those in half and restart with a full head. Like, even that pineapple looks clean. Now, when he installs the locks on the side, he's probably not gonna be able to do that pineapple.
You're too short. I ain't gonna care. Hey, I'm low-key digging the new look. Hey, even though it ain't a little bit. I'm finna call.
See, he's convincing himself right now. He's calling someone to see what they think.
What you think? Yo.
What the?
Yo.
Oh, hell.
Golly. Let's skip forward and see if he actually installs the locks on this video. This is after the locks installed, and not too much of a difference. And he did put it in 2-strand twist, which makes it look shorter because it's obviously in a hairstyle, but still looks cool. This next video is from Jomo.
Too long and so my face is not functional, bro.
That's the thing about having a long hairstyle. Like, if you have locks and you plan on getting them longer or doing different hairstyles, like, you have to pick what you want to do, because they can get annoying over time. So keep that in mind. And I know a lot of people now, within these last couple years, are starting to want to trim their locks to a certain length. Like, even me, I wanted to trim my locks. I just recently trimmed all my locks to a certain length, and I might even trim them shorter just because I like that shorter look, and I've always liked that shorter look. But keep that in mind. If you're getting locks, you're probably gonna run into the struggle of it being in your face and being annoying, but some people are okay with it and don't care. And his locks look really cool, actually. He was saying that a lot of people like the way his hair looks, you know, with the bleach and how long they are. And honestly, they do look really cool. The trick with social media is, if you gain popularity because of a certain hairstyle or because of a certain thing that you do, it's really tricky because you got to keep up with it. Like me, I do dreadlock stuff, and I enjoy like teaching people how to get locks. And it's not so much all about my locks, which is cool because I don't have to focus so much on my hair. Obviously on my main channel, I do focus on my own hair. Golly, look at that cut. But the thing is, when you have hair that attracts people and that's how you gain your popularity, you have to keep it. Almost. It almost forces you to keep your hair. I'm trying to figure out why they left them just like that though. Like, is that how that, he didn't trim them up or nothing. Yeah, those look really clean. He allowed it to freeform for a little bit, and then man, just had to get rid of them. I kind of feel like allowing my hair just to freely form down by the roots so that I can get thicker. So that's probably gonna end up happening pretty soon. Bro, why did you film like that? Like, you could have like showed the whole process of cutting out the hair. But that's part of it is like, when you have hair and your personality on social media, like people say, oh, his whole personality is his hair. It's not necessarily the case. It's a lot of the time is that's what people come to you for. If people come for you, then it's like, that's what you make content on. Let's see what the end result is on this. Oh, he just dyed his hair back black, and it looks like he's just going for that freeform look again and just keep it shorter. Man, I don't know, that's tricky, man. The thing about when you cut your hair, you don't really know if it's gonna look good until it's all off, and all said and done, it's like, man, it's either bad or it's good. I don't know. But let's move on to the next video. Yo, just straight into it, cutting off all the hair. This is gonna be a transformation. It's gonna be interesting. I'm interested to see what it looks like with the full set of locks transforming all the way down to just, I think he's just doing like a normal fade, little taper fade, and I think he's just gonna go for some waves afterward. That's typically what people do. When people cut off their locks, a lot of the time they'll just be like, all right, I'm going straight to waves. Like something else I have to maintain all the time. Which waves you have to maintain way more than dreadlocks. Dreadlocks is one of the easiest hairstyles to maintain. A lot of people think that it's not, but it is. It's extremely easy to maintain dreadlocks. But just cutting off these last few locks, and man, we're getting straight into it. When it comes to locks, the benefit of having that 4C or like any of the 4-range hair types is that when the hair grows and it gets new growth, is it stands off of the head. A lot of times with like anything from the 3-range and lower, like I have a 3C hair type, even with my hair type, it doesn't want to stand off the head and, you know, create that puff on the bottom when my hair is long, because it just wants to hang down from the weight. But the nice thing about the 4C hair type is it just holds the hair very well with the locks, and that's why locks just overall, in my opinion, look better on the 4-range hair type. And anybody can have locks, but I think it personally looks good on the people that have that very tight curl pattern. Now, right off the bat, I think this is looking already better than the lock, but I don't want to just watch a haircut. Let's just skip all the way to the end and take a look at the difference. Yeah, that looks really clean, man. And people say that locks are only suitable for certain people. And honestly, I mean, I think that's just personal preference. Like, I like the way my locks look on my head. Some people say that they don't look good, and some people think that other people's hair doesn't look good. It's a whole debate. But whatever you decide, whether it's a hairstyle or a fashion choice you want to go in, people are going to hate on you for it. So it's your choice and your job almost to figure out how to maintain that lifestyle you want to do. Because every single day I have to live with people saying, cut off your hair, restart your lock. Dreadlocks aren't suitable for you. They don't look good on you. So I deal with that every single day, especially because I'm in the spotlight of YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all over the place. So keep that in mind. If you're getting locks, that's going to come with it. So if that comes, don't make your decisions based on what other people are saying. Like, if you want to cut off your locks just because you're ready to cut them off, then cut them off. Hopefully this video encourages you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it a little bit. But I'll see you guys the next time. Peace.